when you have a process to ask people, when you then have a process where you're creating an absolutely amazing experience and you're making sure you're doing that, not only will you generate referrals, but you're also going to reduce your churn. And so it's a double, indicator there.
Hey, what's up? I'm your host, Bob Thompson, and welcome to Unleashing Greatness, the #1 show for people who are ready to finally start or scale their own business and do it successfully. Over the last 9 years, I've scaled my little basement business to 15 plus locations and several other businesses, but it hasn't been without trial and error and lots of adversity. I'm here to share with you the strategies and tools that actually work when running a business and how not to lose yourself while doing it. So if you're ready to unleash the greatness within you, let's dive into today's show.
Welcome back to Unleashing Greatness. Today, I want to talk about how to generate more referrals for your business. Now, before I get into that, before I dive in, I do want to make an ask out of you. If you like today, please share this with somebody that you think is going to get some value out of it. And today, I think there's going to be a lot of value because we're going to be talking about an area of business that's super important. Essentially, word of mouth marketing, referrals. Now, it doesn't matter if you have a service business or a product or whatever. Word of mouth marketing is huge for you. It's a sign that you're doing something right. And it's also a great way to not have to technically spend money on paid traffic to generate new business. Now, this came up because over the weekend, a buddy of mine gave me a call, and he has a sports performance facility in Jersey, and he had just recently got married, and he had a weekend where he was going to a buddy's wedding. And as he was going to the wedding, his wife was in the bridal party, and they were using the same makeup artist and all that. And from what he could tell, they had a great business. They seemed to be doing an absolutely great job. So he was wondering what can I learn from it? Which then kind of drove us down into this conversation about generating referrals and how to do it. And I think also, if you're not getting referrals in your business, it's a really big lead indicator of something that's not right. And we'll talk about exactly what that is. However, first I want to go into how are you actually going to generate referrals? Getting referrals, it's not something that your customers, your clients owe you. It's something that you should encourage them to do by really helping them come to their dream outcome. So especially when we're talking about within, kind of the wedding industry, the makeup artists and all that, they're going to be getting referrals because they're helping people on one of the biggest days of their life, something they've been looking forward to since they were kids. And they should be creating the other part, which is the experience that they're never going to forget, and a positive experience. So if you want to generate more referrals in your business, you need to make sure that you're providing an experience that's out of this world, that's better than everybody else, and then also helping people achieve their dream outcome. And then a little extra one, if you're not getting referrals, you just need to ask. So you need to have a process in there to ask. So let's actually break that down. Let's break down those components from having a process to ask, from having the experience, and then also from getting people to their dream outcome and what those all look like. And when you actually have all of this in place, then you're going to start getting referrals. And you're going to start getting referrals every single week. And depending on the kind of business you're in, and we'll be talking about it mostly from a gym perspective today, depending on the kind of business you are, one referral can be absolutely huge depending on the client value of just that one person. So let's dive into it. Let's talk about today really asking, because that's the simplest thing. If you're not getting referrals, sometimes you're just not asking. And within any business, you want to have these systemized so that you're doing it, your team members are doing it, and it just becomes part of what you do. So when you want to ask, we have a couple things in Legion. I actually got the first one from one of my franchisees. He calls it the 1 in 5 method. So once we have somebody new who signs up, right then and there when they sign up, we ask them for 5 referrals. So we have a very simple process and script in place where then we get up to 5 referrals from just one new sign up. And then, once those referrals are coming in, obviously we know that referrals are generally going to have a higher likelihood of showing up, a higher likelihood of signing up as well. And then it also keeps that new person, especially in the gym industry, who's working out now with their buddy, they're doing whatever they're doing with a friend of theirs, they're building that community, and they're most likely going to stick even longer because they have somebody else that they know that's doing it with them. So that's just one part that we have in that ask there. It's like, hey, once they sign up, we're going to ask them to sign up. And why do we want to do this right when they sign up? It's pretty simple. They're excited. A great time to get referrals is when somebody's excited about doing business with you. And when are they going to be excited when they do business with you? Oftentimes, it's right when they take that step. In us at service business, we're solving problems. We're helping people get closer to achieving their dream. It's right then and there. They just took this thing and they're super excited about it. So we want them to talk about it. So within our programs, we have a lot of that built in. But right then and there, you want them to be like, hey, show off to all your friends. Let them know this awesome thing that you're doing. You just made this amazing decision where they're already feeling as if they've achieved some level of success. So let's capitalize on it. Like, hey, you started to get some success. Why don't you help your friends out? And why don't you refer them over here? So we have that right then and there. You then also want to have other points within your business where you're just systemizing that ask. So we have a campaign that I built inside of the software that I built for my franchisees and other gym owners, where when they join and shortly after they join, we're already asking for referrals. And then we're asking, even for reviews. And we do this super early on within the first week because that's when they're excited. Now they're doing this new thing, whether it's, even though it's a workout, nutrition, or whatever, they're going to start seeing success really quickly, but they just started something. It's new to them. So they're super pumped and they're going to want to talk about it. And we're just encouraging them. And we're encouraging them to share their success with their friends, family, coworkers, or whatever, just by simply asking. And it's systemized so that if you forget or whatever, it's already happening. But part of that also is going along with customer journey. So you just want to have a process within your business to ask for the referrals. Oftentimes when I've talked to gym owners and I'm like, hey, so when was the last time you asked for a referral? They don't even remember. We get so caught up in doing other stuff. Sometimes it's the simple things. So make it part of your initial process and then also have some structure, so I can't even speak, in there of your initial follow-up for them when they first sign up and they're super excited. You're already adding additional value, whatever, and then just be like, hey, cool. You know anybody that wants to join with you and already have the success you're having early on. So having a process to ask will help you generate more referrals. The other thing is, yes, you're asking, but people don't owe you referrals. And this is also where I was talking about it's a lead indicator. If you're not getting referrals, it's a lead indicator of an issue within your business. That issue is experience. The customer service, the customer experience the person's getting. If you're not getting referrals, there's potentially an issue there. And we look at it in the gym industry in a couple ways. So, hey, if we're not generating referrals, we got to take a look at, hey, do we just not maybe have the processes in place to actually get those referrals? Or maybe there's a bigger issue going on. And maybe you're finding if you own a gym that you're not getting referrals, but you also have attrition issues. Or having too many people churn every single month. There, right then, you have two lead indicators that go, you know what? We need to make some changes and we need to make it better for our clients to be here. So you want to provide a better experience. That means also whatever the clients came in there for, you have to go above and beyond. If they came in there for a great workout and you provide a great workout, why should they refer? If you told them you were going to help them lose 5 or 10 pounds and you help them lose 5 or 10 pounds, why should they refer? You have to have a system in place and a process in place to provide amazing customer experience. Like create the Disney experience within your business so they look forward to it and they can't stop talking about it. And yes, they want all of their friends and family members to be part of the same community that they're now in. So how can you do that? How can you actually make sure that you're creating an amazing experience? I just went ahead and ripped, part of Disney's and then a part of also the Ritz Carlton's process is by putting in the 7 steps of customer experience inside of Legion. And I think they have that directly in their business. So what that really is, it ensures a way that every time somebody comes in, whether they're a member or a new person checking out, we have 7 steps for that session from when the minute person walks in to making them feel absolutely welcome. And we go above and beyond to create an experience, not just service, but an experience that they can't get in any other gym. And then when we're creating that absolutely amazing experience, why would they want to leave? And why wouldn't they want to sign up if they're a new person? But why would they want to leave? And why wouldn't they want all their friends there? So we have that process in place to really wow our customers and to, as Disney says, +1 it for them so that they just know that what we're doing is a level beyond anybody else. So you want to have that in there. So make sure that you're creating an absolutely amazing experience for your clients, for your new members or your new prospects that are walking in. When you have a process to ask people, when you then have a process where you're creating an absolutely amazing experience and you're making sure you're doing that, not only will you generate referrals, but you're also going to reduce your churn. And so it's a double, indicator there. And then finally, if you're not helping people achieve their dream outcome, then chances are you're also losing another opportunity for them to refer. But maybe also there's a whole nother issue that, kind of goes into what you're doing isn't exactly working. We're not going to get into that. But, think about how can you then get people to their dream outcome and what is their dream outcome? Because if you help them achieve that, they're going to want to show it off themselves as well. But then they're also definitely going to want people to go there because you helped them achieve the goal that they've been looking forward to, that they really wanted to get. So think about, a software company, ClickFunnels, which does, essentially landing pages. And then they probably added some other stuff. But they've done an amazing job creating a community that not only has this large ambitious goal to want to stay, but then they also use that as an indicator to show off, like, hey, I know my stuff or whatever. So they created Funnel Hacking Live, which is this huge event. And then at Funnel Hacking Live, where all their, marketers and all the landing people that are using their funnels and stuff, when they go there, they then also give away the 2 Comma Club Award, which is those that have generated 7 figures from their funnel. So people look up to that. And it also rewards those highest achievers, but it gives people this dream to want to go to, and it's going to make them also want to stick. So think about the same thing. How can you do that within your business? How can you do that if you have a gym? Help them get their dream outcome, because when they get to the dream outcome, yes, it's a time you could just ask, and you put an ask in, so that could be another part of having an ask, like, hey, if they're doing a 6-week challenge, they lost 20 pounds at the end of 6 weeks, which let's say that's the goal that we gave them in the 6-week challenge, then just ask them, like, hey, you just achieved this. Who do you know that would also benefit from losing 20 pounds? Just putting that in a systemized ask. So just at the end, if you know this is what they're going to achieve in 6 weeks, just put it in there, and have it also part of your just other processes then. But you also want to get into the team, but then now they're super excited. And they're going to put it up, and they're going to help generate referrals. So they're going to be like, hey, I just did this thing, or their friends, family, and then they're going to generate those referrals for you. It doesn't have to just be weight loss, even if you have a gym. What if it is time? What do you have a process if you want to think about, and this is what we're thinking about within Legion too, is, all right, so they've been with us for, 2 years. And if they've maybe done 3 workouts a week for at least 2 years, because at the end of the day, if you get them in, we do challenges to get people into the doors of Legion. You get them in, they get that initial success. But we do know that in order to really have success within changing their lifestyle, they have to stick with it. So we want to encourage them sticking with it. And if I know somebody's going to be with us for 2 years, then that lifestyle is ingrained. So we want to get them to it, and also have something that they look forward to, that they want to achieve, especially during times where they maybe are thinking about giving up. So we have something, we're creating something as well that's going to be like our, 2 Comma Award for them at some point. It might be, hey, for those that have achieved 3 workouts a week for 2 years, on average 3 workouts a week. So a certain number that they're going to achieve in workouts. Maybe they achieve it earlier too. Maybe it doesn't have to be 2 years. We're not going to use something like the 100 or whatever, but let's say it was a 100 workout club. Boom, you have that. That's another outcome. That's a dream of theirs, to a degree. Maybe it's a deeper dream. Maybe it's that dream that they didn't want to, that really wanted to admit yet, where it's like, hey, they want this to be part of their lifestyle, where they really want to be a healthy person and they want to be there for themselves and their family and all that. But then you want to have that rewarded and have it in there, so that we're really helping them, achieve something that they didn't believe they could achieve without you. And if you're able to do that, then of course they're going to want to refer. And they're probably going to refer without you even asking, which is even better. You want people to refer to you without asking. That's when you know that your experience, your service, your product, whatever you're doing is really good. So how do you want to increase referrals? How can you generate more for your business? Simply just ask for them. That's oftentimes, sometimes the simplest way is the easiest. Just ask for referrals and have it systemized so it's happening often and all the time and throughout the customer's journey. Help them achieve their dream outcome. All right. Make sure that you're having a dream outcome, that you're getting there, that you have everything in place so they can achieve it. Initial success and also long-term success, depending on whatever your business is. And then also have an amazing experience. If your business creates an amazing experience every single day, then your customers are going to refer. They're going to want people to get there and to go there with them and to achieve the same things that they're doing and all that. So if you want to make sure that you have an absolutely amazing experience within your business, if you nail all three of those things, you're not going to have a shortage of referrals for your business, and that word of mouth marketing is definitely going to be working. Hope today was helpful. Again, the only thing that I ask is that if you got value out of this and you think somebody else is going to get value out of this, please share it with them. And actually, I'll make a double ask. And if you could, leave a review if you haven't yet. We'd really, really appreciate that as well. All right, I'll catch you later.
Hey, thanks for spending your time with me today. I made this show to help people just like you overcome the challenges and adversity that come with entrepreneurship. So if you know someone that could truly benefit from today's show, please be sure to share this episode with them. Thanks again, and I'll see you next week on Unleashing Greatness.